Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on Star Times Channel 176, Nigecomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is Akio Sakyodo.
Hey guys, this is Anto Lecky.
My name is Theo Bliss.
My name is Akava. I go by the name Baba D.
And you're tuned into Rapid TV. And I love Rapid TV.
Shout out
Rapid TV.
Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV.
This is Rapid TV.
Rapid
TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it meltdown.
Leave it like that.
Good afternoon and welcome to Rapid TV News. I am Martha Alu. And in the headlines, the Kano governor defects to APC as NNPP flags are removed from the government house. Report says that U.S. strikes in Nigeria killed 155 Lakurawa terrorists. Nigeria, UAE to sign economic partnership pact at the Tinubu MBS talks. The U.S. urges citizens to leave Iran as unrest escalates, and Marabout arrested for collecting 33,500 euros while promising Mali AFCON title. Details of these and more will come to you in the bulletin. As Nigeria steps into the 2026 new year, citizens across the country are reflecting on the challenges that shaped the past and the priorities that must define the future. From the economy to security and governance, many Nigerians say urgent action is needed. In Lagos, residents have been sharing what they believe should be at the top of the government's agenda in the months ahead. Our correspondent, Esther Omelo, brings us their voices.
A fuel subsidy. Unfortunately, the budget that I've glimpsed before I assumed office and what I've heard is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fresh subsidy is gone.
This was the inaugural speech of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that shook the entire nation. This marked the beginning of other policies, pronouncements, and reforms. From the removal of fuel subsidy to foreign exchange market unification, floating of the naira, decentralization of electricity sector, and many more. These policies, though with good intentions, did not happen without serious challenges, causing untold hardship. After 2 years of this administration, the big question is, has these reforms, policies impacted positively on the lives of the citizens?
It's the beginning of another calendar year, and the leadership continues under the renewed hope agenda. What are the areas that Nigerians would want this current administration under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to focus on in the year 2026? Now, there are several sectors. There's education, health, agriculture, infrastructure, security. There are several sectors. But what are the areas particularly that Nigerians would want this current administration to focus on in 2026?
Security is the priority. I think our president needs to do more about the situation in the country. The insecurity in this country is everybody focus on it. I think our president need to do more about insecurity.
Even every single child in Nigeria understand that the country is under, a serious threat by the terrorists. Insurgency, insecurity, and so on, inflation, and so. So the president should understand that the safety and life of property is one of the permanent, a responsibility of any administration, provide life and property, in which Nigerians have been clamoring for over the years.
Mostly security, because security is really terrible in Nigeria. We don't have a good security. So even apart from northern part of Nigeria, at least, let's say all the Nigeria, there's no security. You understand? So that is the area that I know that they should focus on.
For Lucky, he says he does not see the government prioritizing governance in 2026, describing this year instead as one in which politicians will be focused on positioning themselves ahead of the 2027 electioneering period.
If I beat my chest and said this year that we're going to do anything, nothing. Because one, this year is for electioneering politics. Already since last year, they have been singing 2027. Everybody defected to our party. Nobody is thinking. My people who voted for me at 2023, what have I done to them? Nothing.
Nigeria faces significant security challenges. The Global Terrorism Index ranks Nigeria with a score of 7.575, one of the countries with highest terrorism threats worldwide. With 2027 drawing closer, the coming year may test the government's ability to balance leadership with political ambition. Esther Omelo, Rapid TV, Lagos.
There are growing indications that Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf may be preparing to defect to the All Progressive Congress, APC, following the removal of New Niger People's Party NNPP flags from the government house in Nassau GRA. A visit to the seat of power revealed that only the Nigerian flag was flying, while party banners and colors that had been displayed since the NNPP took over in 2023 were now nowhere to be seen. Offices, corridors and public areas also appeared politically neutral, further fueling speculation of a major shift. Meanwhile, supporters wearing red caps associated with President Bola Tinubu were seen around the government house, drawing mixed reactions from residents. While some described it as a routine political expression, others believe it signaled an imminent defection. However, despite the mounting rumors, neither the governor's office nor party leaders have issued any official statement, leaving Kano residents and political watchers waiting for clarity. In another development, former Abia State Governor, the senator representing Abia North, Orji Uzor Kalu, has expressed confidence that the All Progressive Congress will dominate Abia State's political landscape in the next elections. Speaking from his hometown of Igbere, Kalu said he remains committed to the party and would work closely with all national leadership to secure victory. Our correspondent, Faith Kevin, reports.
With the political atmosphere heating up ahead of the 2027 general elections and a wave of defections by prominent politicians to the All Progressives Congress, speculation has grown about shifting party loyalties in Abia State. Amid this evolving political landscape, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, former governor of Abia State and current senator representing Abia North, has reaffirmed his loyalty to the All Progressive Congress. Speaking at his country home in Igbere, Kalu insisted that the party is united, fully prepared and poised to dominate the state in the upcoming elections.
Because I suppose for APC, he has not gone far. He's president of Nigeria, and we are senators of Nigeria. So we are still running pari passu. It's just that he's our leader of our party and leader of the country. So there's nothing wrong in one among people. The class of 1999 is so blessed by God. President Yar'Adua was a class of 1999, and President Tinubu, maybe after his second tenure, another class of 99 will take over. So you can never say what happens tomorrow after 2031. So we're on track.
Faith Kevin, reporting for Rapid TV News.
A report. by the New Humanitarian says United States military strikes carried out in December 2025 killed 155 Lakurawa terrorists in Sokoto State. The report also claims that about 200 more fighters went missing in the days following the operation, which was reportedly conducted in collaboration with Nigerian authorities. According to the report, Tomahawk missiles fired from a U.S. Navy destroyer in the Gulf of Guinea targeted areas in Isa, Tangaza, and Tambuwal, although Tangaza is known as a key Lakurawa stronghold. However, the group later attacked Birnin Yauri in Kebbi State on December 31st, killing at least 21 civilians. The strikes focused only on Lakurawa, leaving other jihadist groups like Boko Haram and Saru untouched. Turning to technology, Nigeria has ranked 72nd globally in the 2025 Government AI Readiness Index released by Oxford Insights, placing 4th in sub-Saharan Africa behind Kenya, South Africa and Mauritius. Egypt topped Africa, ranking 51st globally, while Rwanda and Ethiopia also made the top 100, driven by innovation hubs and growing AI investment across the continent. However, while sub-Saharan Africa has made progress in AI governance and development, major gaps remain in infrastructure and public sector adoption. Nigeria performed strongly in policy capacity and development, boosted by new AI strategies and increased investment. Meanwhile, Kenya continues to stand out as an innovation hub. At the University of Jos, the Minister of Communications, Dr. Bosun Tijani, also announced the launch of Nigeria's National AI Center of Excellence. Meanwhile, NAFDAC has assured Nigerians that all Nestle infant formula sold in the country is safe and not affected by the global recall of some SMA products. The recall, which covers more than 50 countries, was triggered by the possible presence of cerudial, a toxin that can cause nausea and vomiting. NAFDAC Director General Professor Mojisola Adeyeye said the affected UK batches were never registered or approved for sale in Nigeria. She explained that the SMA products sold locally are made in Nestle's Singapore factory and are fully registered with NAFDAC, including SMA Gold 1, 2 and 3, as well as non-products. However, she warned that risks may arise from smuggled and online purchased products. Adeyeye urged Nigerians to rely on verified information, report suspicious sales, and said NAFDAC remains committed to protecting infants and public health. The wife of the governor of Abia State, Priscilla Chidinma Oti, has visited several motherless babies' homes across the state, donating food items, sanitary supplies, and 1 million naira to each facility. During the visit, she reaffirmed her commitment to child welfare, declaring that Abia child matters and restating the government's resolve to eliminate baby factories and curb child exploitation. Our correspondent, Faith Kevin, reports.
It was a day of quiet surprises in Abia State, one that began like any other for the children of the motherless homes, yet ended with hearts a little lighter and hope a little stronger. Without prior notice, the First Lady of Abia State, Priscilla Chidinma Oti, arrived at the gates of some of the state's most vulnerable institutions. Her first stop was the Seventh-day Adventist Motherless Babies Home in Aba, followed by the Ngwa Road Motherless Babies Home and the Victims of Need Social and Motherless Babies Home. Standing among the children, Priscilla spoke from the heart. She said the outreach was inspired by the spirit of the new year and her steadfast commitment to ensure that no child, no matter how vulnerable, is forgotten.
The Yuletide season is a season of giving, of sharing, particularly with the less privileged. So even though we have been working with the charity homes in the state, like I said, we are partners. They provide very vital support to us through the Ministry of Women Affairs. So they are really special to us.
Beyond the gifts, she highlighted a deeper mission. The Abia State government, through the Ministries of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation and Social Protection, is actively working to dismantle baby factories and fight child trafficking and exploitation in the state.
It gives me so much of joy to come and share this in the spirit of the Yuletide season, which is about giving, sharing love and gifts with our fellow human beings, and particularly the most vulnerable among us.
That day, the halls of these homes were filled with more than rice, pasta, and toiletries. They were filled with hope, recognition, and the reminder that in Abia, no child is ever truly alone. Faith Kevin reporting for Rapid TV News.
The Kubo and Mabushi transport terminals were unveiled last year with high expectations of transforming Abuja's public transport system. But months after their commissioning by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the facilities remain closed and unused. The delay has left many residents frustrated, especially commuters who had hoped the terminals would help reduce traffic congestion and curb so-called one-chance crimes. Our correspondent, Godwin Amunde, visited the sites and found them locked and deserted. Residents are now urging the government to activate the terminals, pointing to the economic and security benefits they could bring. After the break, Nigeria, UAE to sign economic partnership pact at Tinubu TMZ. MBZ talks, I beg your pardon. US urges citizens to leave Iran as unrest escalates. Marabout arrested for collecting 33,500 euros while promising Mali AFCON title. Stand by for these.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on Star Times Channel 176, Nightcom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. The sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Correro. Your front row seats to the most pressing issues, from the corridors of power to the heart of our communities. We bring you unfiltered insight, fearless journalism, and the conversations that matter. And I invite you to this big conversation table as we analyze the top stories, ask the tough questions, and hold power to account. News that informs, analysis that empowers, debate that drives change. Correro, the big conversation, every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Rapid TV.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all six of radio.
Meet the men and women shaping the future of Nigeria. Get to know your representatives at the National Assembly. From lawmaking to constituency projects, we'll take you behind the scenes and inside the chambers of the Nigerian National Assembly. Learn about the bills they are championing, the challenges they are facing, and the impacts they are making in their constituencies. We'll also bring you closer to the people they are serving and the stories that shape their work. Join us on NAS Watch every Friday on Rapid Television at 7 p.m. So get informed, get engaged, and get to know the leaders shaping Nigeria's future.
My name is Faith Dafa Joseph. Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Ben.
My name is Arthur James Brooks.
My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bitrus.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
From the heart of Africa, where dreams are born and passion is boundless, a new wave of talent rises. In La Liga, these extraordinary athletes are not just playing the game, they're transforming it.
Danny Rodriguez, the man chasing, it's Lamine Yamal! What a magnificent goal that
They
is!
shine on the world stage. Watch as they redefine football, inspire millions, and make history. La Liga, where dreams become reality.
Nigeria's economy, the global markets, what does it all mean for you? From stock market insights to global financial news you need to know. From Wall Street to the main street and of course the marketplace.
Get the answers you need every week on Business Lens with me, Faith Dafa Joseph, as I bring into focus the stories, strategies, and shifts shaping our economy. No angle is missed as I talk about the business, the people, patterns, and possibilities behind them. Welcome to the Business Lens.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. And now in business news. Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates are set to sign a comprehensive economic partnership agreement during a bilateral meeting between President Bola Tinubu and UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed on the sidelines of the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tugar says that the pact will formalize economic ties, boost investor confidence and protect businesses in both countries, especially Nigerians operating in Dubai. Meanwhile, Tugar says that the agreement will also support Nigerians' drive to attract funding for climate and energy products, particularly in gas-to-power development. He adds that Nigeria is using the forum to move from climate promises to real projects, with the president expected to outline Nigerians' priorities and bankable proposals to global investors. Meanwhile, the United States has urged its citizens to leave Iran immediately as nationwide protests continue to tension the rise between Washington and Tehran. In a security alert, the U.S. warned Americans not to rely on government assistance, advising those who remain to find safe locations and stock essential supplies. At the same time, President Donald Trump announced a new 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran, adding economic pressure alongside earlier threat of military action. Although Iran is already heavily sanctioned, the move signals Washington's hardening distance as unrest in the country escalates. In the Horn of Africa, the African Union has called on Israel to reverse its recognition of Somaliland, describing the move as unilateral and illegitimate. The AU issued the statement following a ministerial meeting condemning Israel's decision just days after its foreign minister visited the self-declared region. Meanwhile, Somalia has also strongly protested the move, warning that it violates international law and the AU's founding principles. With Somaliland's president meeting Israeli officials, the development has heightened diplomatic tensions, underscoring the fragile political balance surrounding contested territories. In Mali, a self-styled traditional healer has been arrested after allegedly collecting about 33,500 euros from football fans by promising the national team would win the Cup, African Cup of Nations. The man, identified as Sinyenyogo, reportedly raised more than 22 million CFA francs before Mali were knocked out of Senegal. Following the defeat, angry supporters gathered at his home, prompting police intervention. He was later arrested and charged under Malian laws against charlatanism. The case has now reignited debate in Mali about superstition, fraud, and exploitation of public belief during major sporting events. In sport, Real Madrid has parted ways with head coach Xabi Alonso by mutual agreement following a run of poor results, including a Super Cup final loss to Barcelona. The club announced that former defender Alvaro Arbola has been promoted from the reserve team to take over as head coach. Although Alonso started strongly, Madrid slipped in from the form and fell behind in the league, with corners over players' relations and dressing room unity. Arbola, a former Madrid and Spain international, brings coaching success from the youth and reserve teams as the club looks to stabilize and push for silverware. To end the news, here is a quick recap. Kano governor defects to APC as NNPP flags are removed from the government house. Report says that the U.S. strikes in Nigeria killed 155 Lakurawa terrorists. Nigeria, UAE to sign economic partnership pact at Tinubu MBZ talks. U.S. urges citizens to leave Iran as unrest escalates. Marabou arrested for collecting 33,500 euros while promising Mali AFCON title. Thanks for joining us on the news. I am Martha Alu. Have an amazing day ahead.